Tyhefe. Good to see my brother. Good to see you. Yeah, man. He's in film school at SC. Talking about expanding. See, God put a vision in his heart, and he was putting together short films, and a number of us went to his showings and so forth. That's his vision. But he realized next level, he has to, another area of his development, need a major investment. Film school, which is one of the best film schools in the nation. And so he's what he's doing. And one thing he talked to me about a class, his determination was there's a class that, I was just powerful. In fact, you need to say it, brother. You say it better than me. How the class was closed and they wouldn't let you in, but you kept going, and then you go ahead and tell him, and then tell him, you know what. Just tell it.
Oh, okay. How you guys doing? Good. My heart is like racing. I knew you was going to see me up there and call me down. I was ducking, but the story... the story that he's talking about was before I got into USC, I was going to Cerritos. And once my aunt, which is up there, finally, after years and years of trying to tell me to go to school, but me, always kind of using other excuses because of my insecurities of my education, because, at that time I wasn't properly educated. I was a bit illiterate. But what happened is, once she convinced me to go to school, I checked into Cerritos Community College, and I wanted to hurry up and get through. Well, I couldn't get into any of the classes because they fill up really quick, and I didn't even submit until December. And so I went to this in particular English class, and we go in there, and I'm standing on the wall with about 20 other students, and all the seats are filled. And so he was like, how many students are on the waiting list? It was about 10 of them raised their hand. He was like, how many of you are not on the waiting list? There were 20 of us. He's like, okay, well, you guys can go ahead and go, because I'm sure the people that's on the waiting list is not going to get in. And I'm like, man. And so I walk out. Some told me, just don't leave. And I said, okay. So I just sat there, and I sat in the hallway, and I just waited for the class to be over. And I saw him, and I walked him down to his office, and I started just kind of telling him why I wanted to be in the classroom, and is there any way possible? And he told me, well, you can come on Wednesday, and, I don't think anyone will drop, but, come on Wednesday and check. I said, okay. So I'm like, okay, I need to get in this class. So what I did is I looked online, found his name, found his email, and I emailed him, a little synopsis of my story, of who I am and what I was trying to do. And then so that Wednesday came, I got there when class started, but I didn't bother him. I just sat in the hallway, and I waited till class was over. And I caught him walking out, and I walked him down to his office again. And he said, okay, listen, I'm going to let you in. He said, but don't give me any problems. Every time I do this, the people that I do this for give me the worst problems. And in the middle of the semester, I raised my hand to ask him a question. And he stopped the class. After he asked the question, he stopped the class. And he told the whole class the story I had just told you guys, because I was getting the highest grade in the class.
Come on.
And
come on.
Yeah, so it was good.
See, when you believe in the vision, then you act accordingly. I'm a top student. I'm going to sit up front, take notes. Not going to be missing, not on classes on purpose and so forth. I'm going to be hanging around smart students. I'm going to excel. When I went to UCLA, my Jewish brothers, they expect to get A's all the time. This is all new to me. First one in my family going to college. So I get a B. I would like to get an A, but, got a B on the final. I said, well, I'll maybe do better next time. My Jewish brothers, he get a B. He go back to the professor, what can I do? I think, look at this again. He walks out with an A. And I started learning from him. Before I learned about who I was in Christ. That I have the same promise he has. See, he understands the promise. God promised me, make my name great. That means great in this class. I need to have an A then. When you understand that, then I'll step up and act accordingly in every area of my life. Share with us about the teaching as well. Go and finish up about the teaching, how it impacted you about going to school.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, for sure. I was gonna say that. Me going to this church, like listening to Pastor Ed, revolutionized my life. In the realist aspect of the definition, because what happened is when I started, and I've been here before, but I started, I was heavily into drinking drugs and doing all that. Well, first off, let's just go back, just real brief.
Go ahead.
Raised in Compton. I don't know if you guys understand their educational process. Well, it's none and void. So I never got good grades. I ended up getting kicked out of school district for having a gun. I ended up going to jail for juvenile hall for 2 years. It was a 2-year span. I got out 3 months after I was 18. And so just robbing and stealing, that's what was my example. Those were my brothers, gang banging in Eugene Village. And so this was my life. And then later on in life, I started doing heavy drugs, cocaine and ecstasy, and always drinking a lot. And I started just doing it so much that I was having these weird dreams and waking up with women that I wasn't sure if I used protection with. And so I was really like just tripping. I said, okay, my body needs a break. I need a break. My mind needs a break. And so a friend of mine was telling me about Lent. And so I said, okay, I'm going to do the Lent. It's like the 40 days, 40 nights, is things that Catholics do. And so, and mind you, at this time, I only have my GED. Like, literally, I really didn't know much. But no one would think that, because I can have a conversation and let people think that I know more but didn't know much, really couldn't read at all. But anyway, so I'm doing the 40-day Lent thing. And so while I'm doing the Lent, I'm coming here. And because now I'm coming here sober, because I would come to church. I'd be at church drunk and high all the time, because I come with my aunt. I was coming to church.
Come on.
But, so this time I'm coming and I'm sober and I'm hearing it and I'm hearing it and I'm hearing it. And somehow it's just catching me. And he talked about this 90-day life change in 90 days, the series that he did. And I started listening to this 90-day change, man, and I'm telling you, like, it hit me so hard that he was just giving me things that I could use, and he was like challenging me. And I don't know what was going on, but I was like, everything. He was like, see if it don't work. See if it don't work. Challenge it. And I was so, for some reason, I was just so with it. I was so with it, and I just started challenging everything, and everything started working out, and everything started going to plan. And the 40 days, it went from 40 days not doing drugs to present since 2006. I haven't done alcohol or drugs or anything like that. And it's good. It's real good. Yeah. But besides that, and I was telling Pastor Ed, because we talked on the phone a couple months ago, and I had to let him know how much he's influenced my life and just how much I appreciated him, because it was only his teaching that got me into USC. You got to understand that I'm, a kid that has the background that I have. Just erase everything else and just think about my education. Like, I never got a good grade. I never finished high school. I got kicked out of high school in the 10th grade. I got my GED, which is just a test that you study for. Nothing substantial. You don't keep anything, because it's not ongoing. So all these insecurities, and we talking about, having the audacity to want to get into a school called USC.
Come on.
That takes it took some mind changing. It took some mind changing. It took some confidence. And what started happening, and I try to explain this to people when I tell my friends about it, because I said it's like this. I said the only way that I know, if me and Pastor Ed, we go outside and we like, okay, let's go play basketball. And I'm telling him, I'm about to serve you right now. Like, so you can come and waste your time if you want, but I'm gonna serve you. And the only reason that I have that confidence, though, is because I've already played 4 or 5 people way bigger than him my whole life. So I already know I can play. So my past has given me the confidence, the things that's happened in my past that I already played basketball gave me the confidence to know as soon as I go out here, I'm going to serve them because I already know what to do. Because I got the confidence based on what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? And so based on everything that was going on with Pastor Ed, when I was tied and I was doing all these things and I went to Africa, we was here and we had a missions trip to go to Africa and it cost $3,500. I didn't know how I was going to get it. I remember going to the meeting and dude said $3,500. I literally was about to walk out. I'm like, I ain't going. Okay, that did my chances, but I had already had something in me though.
Come on.
And I couldn't just let go, you know? And I went to Ghana. We went to Ghana for 2 weeks for a mission, and we got the money, and everything happened. But that was the whole thing. It was the confidence, and like you said, it was something that you said to me, and I tell everyone. A pastor said to you once, he said, if you're willing to wait just a little while, it's going to take forever. But if you're willing to wait forever, it won't take that long.
Come on.
You know, and I keep that with me, and that's allowed me to have the confidence that I have to do the things, and I'm no different from anyone. The only thing that's different is I think different.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I understand that I have control over it. No one has control over it but me because God has already gave it to me. He says it plainly in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's already yours. I've given it. You just got to go get it.
Come on.
And so that's why me and my family, how we pray, we don't ask God for anything. We thank him for it because it's already done. We just going to go get it. And it really is. It's so amazing. Like I said, I was raised in Compton. The first time I've been to USC was when I got in. And that's right down the street from each other, you know?
Come on, brother.
And that's the first time I've been there because that's what happens when you're in the hood and when you only in your block, you know? Rather you worried about, you know, that gangbang and stuff and what happens with that, you stand in your block or you just don't have the resources. You don't really see anything, so you don't have no example. You don't have anything to relate to. You know what I'm saying? Pastor Ed gave me something to relate to, gave me something to understand, and it literally was myself. Like I got to know myself once I got to know the word, and I think that's what it is. It's like when you understand the word, you understand who you are. Because when God said, like, I made you in my image, in my likeness, like that's, to me, that's literal.
Come on.
That's literal. Like people say I look like my father, like you act like your father, you can do what your father do. So if God says that means I'm a creator. I can create whatever I want.
Come on.
Every film that I've done has started from here. You know, every film that I've done has started, and that's the coldest example I can give. Is a thought. I saw the end, and I started writing. And then I started writing. Then I got money together. And then I got these people together. And then we shot this thing. And then I created this film that you can go see. So I'm like God. Because I made something from nothing.
Come on.
And that's how everyone is.
Yeah.
And that's revolutionized my life. Because there's no way in the world that I will be in the place that I am without Pastor Ed. And I try my best every time I see him, whether I call him or whether I tell him, just to show how much I love him and how much I appreciate him, because he's really revolutionized my life. My life, my family's life, and we love him so much. And he knows that because we try to let him know all the time.
Appreciate you, man. Wow. Thank you. Come on, give me a hand. Give God the glory.